have a half an hour to ready to wrap in the morning. Which I don't think when I pre-program that and let it go normal, I mean just let it take, let the hard drive take.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you can. Pre-record.
I mean, just put it in the
Air Force. Yeah. Yep. Just set it. Put it in the card or however you want to do it, and put it in there in the hour, and then hit save before you move out of that hour.
Yeah. Right. So it's just like in the morning. What I usually do is I take it out from the hard drive and I kick it into live. So that's why I wasn't sure of it.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I'm not sure how you do. Everybody does stuff differently.
So what I do is I set up the hour, I hit the save button, but then when I actually go on the air, I go to live. Because otherwise I think Air Force takes over and starts playing. So we'll see. It either works or it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's not the worst thing, especially when you come on at 11 o'clock or 11:10.
Lance, you have a pen over there?
My briefcase.
Johan, you didn't bring your own pen, man?
I got one prepared.
What kind of preparation did you get today, huh? Did you have another stone in? Did you have the other one?
Feels like one.
Are you doing either in this weekend?
I did Wednesday and Thursday, yeah. But
What about today?
today was in person.
Well, you guys do it?
Yeah.
How are you guys? Doing well. How are you doing, sir? Doing better than what? How are you doing?
Hi. Have arrived tomorrow?
Yes, it is.
No, I know, but tomorrow morning.
Go on.
I got that hot game.
You doing, Kenny? Good. Are you settled soon? Come on.
Was that not passed down? Okay.
This is one
Well,
ace, quarter.
I mean,
One double.
problem is that.
Girls are double A, boys are A.
Well, I could write down with Lance. Just be a little bit early. So, and I don't know anybody that's
One in.
going down. I mean, it's just a semifinal of the game we're probably going to win. So I don't. Yeah. So I could get a ride if that's too early. Oh, okay, totally. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, totally. Okay. Cool. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Lance, what time do you think you're gonna head down tomorrow?
We're gonna want to space to start at 11.
Yeah.
You guys be there by 10?
I would want to be there hopefully by 9:15.
Okay.
So about 8:15, 8:50.
Take that one, get set up.
It does. Look at all this shit. Plus, remember, we got to go up that ladder and then down that catwalk. You know, we're gonna be really tight. We usually have this only a table of 8 in this one.
Nelly. I mean, that's excellent. I believe it's Canelli.
Yeah.
So it's Canelli.
Canelli.
So it's not Ellie.
I was taking a look at the leaders and goals. The state leader right now is 71. 19 ahead of anybody else. What? The state leader in goals is 71. Okay? Some guy from up top northwest Minnesota, but 19 ahead of anyone else.
Or they're trying to get to the point for Peterson, picks it up, crashing the net, fires, and scores! Julia Peterson gives the Raiders a 2-0.
Again, pass to the right. Kaiser with a shot, and he scores! Are you kidding me? Camden Kaiser with a shot to go from the point, and the Raiders win! Raiders win!
For females, for team, Maggie Malika.
All the way over there can do that. As here comes Fish, he crashes the net, goes top shelf. That's his 4th goal of the ball game, and the Raiders double the overtime. Courtney Graff is in there, strike 3. Got Shopper looking for out number 2 there. Through the neutral zone, he takes it after Klotz. He's gonna fire on that and score. Spencer Klotz goes up top, and it's 1-0 Raiders. Here, start off the bottom of the 7th. We'll see if Megan Snyder can be the hero. First pitch to Snyder. She's gonna bunt it. Throw to first is nobody's there. It gets past her. Here comes Bland into the plate, and she's gonna score in the Raiders.
Klotz, he's made good spin move. Klotz, he's shot. He scores! Spencer Klotz puts the Raiders up 5-4.
Second. 2-1 pitch to Stepka. Lined into the right center gap, and that one's gonna drop for a base hit. Peterson's gonna round third and score.
Yeah, jumper by Richardson, good. That was a nice turnaround jumper by Richie. Marcus. There's a centering pass, and it's good. And guess who? That's number 12, Kaiser, with another goal on the season. That's number 24 for Camden Kaiser.
On his back, and they get sent the rolling to the championship round. The tripper to the plate. She lines this one into right field. That one gets down for a base hit. Horman is going to go through the stop sign. She's going to score. This game is tied.
Real estate can be difficult to navigate. Thankfully, Professional Pride Realty's website is packed with information to make buying or selling a home in the Northfield area as simple as possible. ProfessionalPrideRealty.com has the most current listing information, including price reductions and real-time market statistics. Customize the map-based search to streamline your desired location. You can even save your searches and specific homes for later viewing. Home sellers can learn about their property's value before putting their houses on the market. When you're ready to start your home buying or selling journey, Professional Pride Realty would be happy to assist you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Northfield Ice Arena on a Friday night. That is correct, a Friday night. We had to delay the games due to storms, obviously, for those of you that are in the listening area. I'm sure you're involved in some of that, unless, of course, you're listening to us in Florida or California or Arizona or Utah or Vermont or wherever you might be listening to tonight's game because of Northfield Live. Well, we welcome you first and foremost. Johan Schrauer joins me here this evening. Johan, Big Nine champions, got a shot here. They are actually probably slated as the section leaders here. They won the Big Nine. They're 20-6 on the year. It's theirs for the taking.
It sure is. I mean, this is the winningest regular season in Northfield boys hockey history, and you know every player will tell you that they are looking. They're looking forward to state because they know they have a good chance to get through this section. Obviously, you know, don't want to get too confident, but you started off tonight against Rochester Lourdes, a team you have beaten 8-0 earlier in the season. So you've seen them before. You're going to take some notes on that. We'll probably talk to Coach Lucky in that interview, see what he says about that. But it's a big section. There's about 11 teams in this section 1A. The New Prague is our biggest opponent. We will likely face them in the section final should we both win all our games and meet there. But they beat us last year in the section final last year in overtime. It was a tough game, absolutely. And the Raiders will certainly be looking to take revenge against that next week against New Prague.
Well, putting the horse before the cart, we don't want to do that. We still got a game to play here. We've got 3 periods of 17 minutes of hockey. And, of course, Mike Luckraft was talking to much of the same. Both these teams never really had an opportunity to practice this week. That's what's kind of unfortunate in the fact that the snowstorm kind of screwed everything up a little bit and made it kind of difficult. So neither team really got any opportunities to practice even. So it's basically who's ever been the best conditioning throughout the year, who's just ready to go, and who's prepped. They did some walkthrough stuff. They were able to do some captains' practices and different things like that. But for the most part, these teams have been up. Mike's team has been off since last Saturday. They were able to practice on Monday and partly on Tuesday. That's it. So, again, the time off could be beneficial. It could make people rusty. I guess we're going to find out what's going to happen with that. And, of course, we're going to interview the head coach, Jeff True, from Rochester Lourdes. And our tonight's visiting coaches interview is brought to you by Professional Pride Realty, Northfield's only locally owned real estate broker. Let's hear what Jeff has to say about tonight's game. Joining us for pregame, head coach for Rochester Lourdes, Jeff True. Coach, you had an extra day here to kind of get prepared for tonight. How did the storm and just the delays affect maybe the way you looked at practicing and getting your team ready for tonight?
Well, unfortunately, we weren't able to get on the ice with our team. We were able to set up some captain's practice through our parents, and they were able to get on the ice, but unfortunately, our coaching staff wasn't able to be there. That's one of the rules in Rochester when the public schools are closed, the Catholic schools are closed. Therefore, there's no formal practice, and we had closed schools on Wednesday, closed schools on Thursday. So we did some team meetings online, and then we did some stuff just for them on the ice themselves.
Were you able to get out and do a walkthrough or anything like that today?
Nothing. We did some stuff just pregame here, and we'll do some stuff right after right after warm-up as well. Don't want to put too much in their head. They know what we need to take care of and what we need to do tonight. So sometimes I think with teenagers, you give them too much, and it might be backfiring on you a little bit.
So just overall, when you look back at the season, whether it's from an individual standpoint or a team standpoint, what do you like about your team this year?
Well, most of it comes through resiliency. We haven't had a healthy roster since the first game of the season. We ended up having to cancel a couple of junior varsity games halfway through the year. We had a 33-person roster down to 24 at one point, all with injury, no illness-related stuff. So that's afforded opportunities to young players that are not used to playing varsity minutes. And now because of that, we've seen a lot of growth in those players. They've bought into our systems. They've bought into our philosophies. Some of the skill guys that have put up points in the last year or two are still putting up the points that we like to see. But if nothing else, moving forward, the future's bright, and we've got a team now that has experience that maybe otherwise wouldn't have had the normal, healthy roster been in place all season for us.
Well, this might be putting the horse before the cart, but should you get a victory tonight, does the fact that you play tomorrow at 11:30 have any influence on how you play tonight?
I think it probably will Northfield a lot more than us. We don't have the depth that Northfield does. If we're going to come out of here, and that's all we're worried about tonight, is trying to win a game and win a period and win a few shifts here and there. The only way we're going to do that is if we roll heavy on our top couple lines and our top few defensemen. Northfield's got 3 pretty good lines and 4 or 5 pretty good defensemen where they're going to be able to play a game probably a little more similar to what they would want to play. I know they're not taking us lightly, but they also have section championship aspirations, and I think their game is going to be probably a little more impacted than ours would be on this short turnaround if one of us are to win.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Sure thing. You bet. Thank you.
Head coach of Rochester Lourdes, Jeff True, joining us on Raider Hockey right here on KYMN 95.1 The One and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Locally owned and operated, Professional Pride Realty specializes in residential, commercial, and agricultural property. Search the entire multiple listing service at ProfessionalPrideRealty.com or call us at 507-663-1100.
Well, you heard it. That's what's happening. That's what's basically going on here tonight, is the fact that they didn't have much of an opportunity to get together for practices, and they've got a couple of good young lines, but for the most part, the Raiders are deep. There's no doubt about it. They've got a solid 3-line. They actually have a 4th line there that is something that they can use and spread out a little bit. In the last game that we played last Saturday, we got just about everybody on the team on the ice last Saturday. So if they need it, they've got the depth.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Raiders, you said this a million times, they're a deep team, and we can certainly use that in a quick turnaround like this. You know, you don't want to overwork. You know, if we're up by a lot in that third period, don't overwork your top line. Save them for that 11:30 a.m. game tomorrow in Rochester. Coach Luck is going to send those guys home, make sure they get a good night's sleep, and get there early, to the high school, take that bus down to Rochester, and get ready for a good game against whoever it may be.
Well, we're just a couple minutes away from the starting here of the first period, but we want to talk to Coach Lucraft first, and it's brought to you by Professional Pride Realty, Northfield's only locally owned real estate broker. Let's see what Mike has to say about tonight. Joining us here for pregame, head coach of the Northfield Raiders, Mike Lucraft. Mike, you had a bye since last Saturday, and then you had an extra day to prep due to the storm. So how did you take advantage of that extra time?
Yeah, it's been an interesting week, I think, for everybody as part of the section. Obviously, those kind of play-in games did happen on Tuesday night, but then with the storm rolling through, we weren't able to practice as a team on Wednesday, so the guys skated on their own with just the captains leading the practice. And then fortunately, we were able to practice yesterday, even though school was canceled. They did allow us to practice. So that gave us kind of the one-day pregame time that we needed to kind of focus on things that Lourdes does, but really focus on things that we want to do and try to kind of lock down those final details before tonight's game.
Well, you did shut them out the last time you saw them. What are the keys for your team to succeed tonight?
Yeah, two completely different teams. We played them really early in the year, so like we've done all year long, stay out of the penalty box, take advantage of offensive opportunities, be really clean in our zone, make sure we execute breakouts well so we can help move the puck up the ice and start our offense. Special teams have been important for us. We have a good power play, so if we get an opportunity on special teams, convert. If we have to kill penalties, make sure that we're clean on the PK. But, if we play hard, I think we'll have the team with more skill and speed, so hopefully we can take advantage of that.
Any concerns about having to play tomorrow back-to-back should you win tonight, or is that just out too far in front of your radar?
Yeah, for right now that is. Tonight's tonight. We're going shift by shift, trying to get through tonight. We'll deal with that fact tomorrow. The one thing about it is everybody's in the same boat. So all the games got shifted back a day. Everybody's kind of in that same thing. So whoever wins this game tonight will have an opponent that played under the same circumstances. So it kind of is what it is.
Will you adjust the way you do shifts, or do you have shorter shift times? Again, are you just going to play to win and we'll figure it out tomorrow?
Yeah, that we have to play that way. I mean, you can't think beyond kind of what's right in front of you. We'll do our best to kind of to work hard and play through tonight's game, and if we get an opportunity to do something different, we'll kind of swerve as that opportunity comes up. But for right now, we're focused on the first shift of the first period against Rochester Lourdes.
Well, thanks again for your time. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, head coach Mike Luckcraft from the Northfield Raiders. Head coach, we will take a break. We'll come back, and we'll have more. You're listening to Raider Hockey right here on KYMN 95.1 The One, and we're streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. It's time to get outdoors. Ice fishing, skiing, snowmobiling, but this year, end the foggy glasses and dried out contacts. Give yourself the gift of LASIK. At Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, all laser, all wavefront LASIK, all the time.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bruss, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
Welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena, where we are introducing the reserves for the Rochester Lourdes Eagles. Coming in now, number 16, Owen Bruning. Number 17, Brody Syme. Number 19, Michael Heiser. 21, Finley Chase. 26, Liam Berry. 27, Cam Kleinschmidt. And 35, Theodore Torberg. And your visiting team starting lineups brought to you by Ritchie Eye Clinic. End of the foggy glasses and dried out contacts. Give yourself the gift of LASIK. Starters for the Eagles. In goal, number 1, Xander Carter Cleven. He's a junior. Defensive, number 6, the freshman, Vinny Herons. Left wing, number 7, Peyton Losley. Right wing, number 10, the sophomore, Jack Rowe. The center, number 22, Colton Rich. And the defenseman, freshman, number 43, Owen Barclay. Those are your New Prague starting lineups. Rochester Lourdes, excuse me. Rochester reserves for your Raiders. Number 3, Barrett Bradley. Number 4, Bridger Riley. Number 5, Gabe Sawyer. Number 6, Brecken Riley. Number 10, Braden Brackey. Number 11, Jacob Geiger. Number 12, Camden Kaiser. Number 14, Elliot Ponto. Zach Paquette. Number 15, 16, Andrew Winter. 17, Parker Vogt. 19, Cullen Merritt. Number 21, Griffin Kennelly. And number 31, Trey Shimoda. The startups for your Northfield Raiders. On defense, number 2, the senior, Mike Fossum. Number 7, the defense, Ty Frank. Right wing, number 13, sophomore, Will Cashin. Left wing, number 22, Caden Monson. The center, number 22, Braden Olson. And in goal, the senior, Keaton Wallach. Those are your home team starting lineups, brought to you by Richie Eye Clinic and the foggy glasses and dried out contacts. Give yourself the gift of LASIK.
And we'll be back right after this on NorthfieldLive.com.
I'm Marty Benson, the Commercial and Ag Banking Manager at Community Resource Bank. We offer unprecedented experience with the ability to make decisions locally for your business, ag purchase, or expansion. Come talk with us. Interest rates are still low and we can offer some fantastic products. The coffee pot is always on, or visit us at crb.bank. Community Resource Bank in Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group of Northfield. The doctors, Becky Johnson, John Nowak, Brian Cravey, Tyler Yonke, and Mallory Peterson would like to remind you that February is Dental Health Month. New patients in the month of February will receive a free exam and necessary x-rays. The doctors and staff at Professional Dental Group would love to see your smile. You can find us on the web at pdgdentists.com or give us a call at 507-645-5264.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
The Quarterback Club of Northfield knows just how hard the student-athletes work each and every sports season and would like to wish all of the Raiders athletic teams the best of luck this year. After practice is over or before the big game, stop into the Quarterback Club and grab their roasted chicken, tender baby back ribs, or famous broiled burgers. Short on time? Call ahead and they will have it ready for you to carry out. They serve lunch and dinner, so no matter your busy schedule, the Quarterback Club has something for you. Good luck, Raiders, and we'll see you after the game. The Quarterback Club off Highway 3 in Northfield.
Welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena. It's Rochester Lourdes taking on the Northfield Raiders, the number 1 seed. Had a bye on Tuesday. They didn't have to play, but then they didn't get to practice on Tuesday and Wednesday, as you heard from head coach Mike Luckraft. And, of course, we are streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com this evening. For all of those that want to watch it back, we'll probably get it up online here sometime in the next couple of days as well. And you can probably rewatch it if you want to see all the games and all the highlights. So it looks like they're starting their second line here this evening. Instead of starting the first line, they're going to start that second line. So it's a little bit different here this evening. And we'll get things started right here. Right now, Olsen will control the puck from the face-off, and we're off and running here on the section quarterfinals as the Raiders going from left to right in their white and maroon jerseys and the maroon breezers. For Lourdes, it is their purple and gold uniforms going from left to right. And there was a shot towards the goal, quickly deflected by Clevin there. The Raiders will control the puck in their own zone now, getting things set up. Forwarding pass from Frank. He'll send it up and through. Cashin tries to get a stick on it. It'll come to the near side of the boards at the top of the blue line now. It'll just work its way down into the corner as the Raiders will go after it down in Lourdes' corner. Puck come up to the top. Frank will control that puck, skates it down and in, breaking for the crease. That one will go up and around and behind as they fire it all the way to the top. Back over the top to Bridger Riley as the Raiders still control the puck down underneath into the far corner. Olsen will try to center it up through the middle. No one there. Intercepted slightly by Lourdes as they try to clear it out in through neutral ice. Forwarding pass. Here's Munson down. And right side, there's a shot up over the top. And deflected over the top of the glass. Comes all the way back out to the far boards to the top of the circle. Oh, from the top, they had Camden Kaiser popped into the game here. And he was at the top, and that one went off his stick and carries all the way back into the Northfield zone. Now they'll regroup. Kaiser forwarding pass out front there. And that one's going to go to Winter as then he tries to dump it backwards. So Lourdes getting some good pressure on the Raiders here as they control the puck in their own zone. They'll fire it up, and that one is going to get picked off and pushed back in by Ritter. Geiger tries to hold it in, can't do it. Vogt tries to forward it. That's no good. They'll kick it back in. Quamby will kick that puck all the way in behind the Raiders' net. There's a pass just off the stick, and there's a mistake out in front, but that one's going to get picked up by Kaiser. Kaiser tries to send it all the way across the ice. That one's deflected slightly, but then they'll push it force to Winter. Winter will dump it, and all the way back in it goes, and Kaiser will chase it all the way in behind the net as he tries to forward it up and out, and there goes Quimby across neutral ice. He'll fire it. They'll do a quick line change. Raiders will pick it up in behind. Dump pass. Fossum looking to push it up off the glass. That was deflected slightly, and then it's pushed back into the Lourdes zone. Rochester Lourdes. Frank will pick it up, push it right back in. Behind the net it goes. 14:22 remaining here in the opening period from the Northfield Ice Arena. And from your Heritage Bank scoreboard, we're all tied up 0-0, no score. And we'll have an icing called right there at the 14-14 mark.
Raiders certainly a good start. They're getting that attack going. They had one little mistake where they let that puck slide through the defensive zone. Luckily, there weren't any breaking Eagles to get that one. But a good start for the Raiders. Got one shot on goal. Eagles have not gotten any yet. That second line did a great job off that first face-off, getting down really quickly. Now we'll have a face-off to the right of Carter Cleveland.
And that will be controlled by the Raiders. Top of the circle. Centering pass out front. Just swing and a miss as it just goes to the left of the net from Munson. Puck is intercepted by Cashin in the neutral zone. He'll push it right back in for Rochester Lourdes. Both teams try to fight it out at the blue line to try to clear it. There's a pass to the near side. That will go into the neutral zone. That's going to be picked up by, looks like number 7 there, Leslie. But he loses it off his stick, and it'll be picked up by the Raiders. Olsen will try to fire it through the zone. Does so. The Raiders carry it right back in, and then is picked up and intercepted there by Eroas. Puck will be in the Rochester zone. Floats up and in there as it's deflected. Munson is going to come around in behind the net, hits the brakes, goes the other way, tries to stuff one in there. And we got all kinds of people out in front there. And I believe Clevin got a glove on it. And the net, surprisingly enough, doesn't even look like it moves. But there was 6 guys on top of that net. But it didn't come off, but that'll be a save for Clevin.
Big props to Clevin, staying focused with all that, 6 guys right in front of the net all there. But he got that glove on it. Now we'll face off to the left of Clevin. It'll be Brackey against Syme.
Well, Lourdes will kind of come away with it. There wasn't really anyone controlling it off the break, but Lourdes will come away with it. And that's going to be Breckenriley down there trying to dig for it down in the Northfield zone. All the way back into the near corner. Raiders and Rochester trying to dig it out of there. Puck comes out as Bradley controls the puck, skates it in through neutral ice, dumps it all the way in behind the net. Raiders racing for it there for a brief second anyhow. So Kennelly in the game as well, along with Bradley this evening, already in the game early. So getting a lot of playing time, getting everyone a little bit of playing time here early is Coach Luckcraft. That puck has sailed right through the crease, and it goes right past Ty Frank's stick and all the way into the near corner. Puck is picked up and scooted all the way over the top of the head of Brackey, and it'll go all the way back into the Northfield zone. We'll have another stop of play and a icing call against Rochester with 12:26 to play here, first period.
Raiders certainly getting all their guys in very, very quickly. A lot of guys you don't usually see on the ice have gotten some early playing time. That third, that fourth line. I think Coach Lucky's expecting a win here tonight, so they want to rest their top guys, make sure they're ready for tomorrow.
Puck is controlled by Rochester. There's a centering pass across the middle for Chase. Chase can't control it. That'll come flying all the way back through neutral ice as the Raiders will send it right back in. Lourdes will now control it down in their own corner. 12:08 to go here, first period. No score as of yet. Kaiser tries to keep it in. Lourdes will try to clear it in through neutral ice, and they will do so, and that'll be Losley. But then Geiger will break it up. He'll try to carry it in, and the Raiders going to get back on sides, and they'll try to carry it back in. But again, broken up by Losley. At center ice, there's a pass across the middle to Rowe. He can't control it, so now the Raiders will send it all the way in. Winter checked up against the board, but not before he dumps it all the way in behind the net for the Raiders. Winter and Riley. Riley trying to protect the neutral zone. That one's going to go down the left side for Rochester. There's a shot on goal right into the hands of Keaton Wallach. So the first shot on goal right into the old mitt of the goalie.
Keaton Wallach, 9 shutouts this season. Has been incredible. 93% save percentage, just over 1 goal a game for Keat. He's on a tear this year. He wants to, push the Raiders through to state, and he can very well do it. He's a brick wall back there.
Well, he absolutely remembers, I'm sure, last year against New Prague when they were up 3-1 in the third period, and they ended up tying it up. New Prague did, and then winning it in overtime. So I'm pretty confident that Keaton has really improved his game this year, as you can say, with 9 shutouts, and he's really a .929, 93% save rate. Absolutely fantastic. There's a puck going across. Munson with an opportunity, broken up by Clevin, the goalie, right out in front. Now it's right out in front. Olsen to Munson. Munson tries to find it in the crease. Can't do it. They'll clear it out. Take it in behind. There's a wraparound right there. That one's broken up by Clevin as he pushes it all the way through. They'll try to sauce it up and over the top, but then it gets picked up by Pontal, and they're going to call offsides against the Raider and face off here in neutral ice.
Carter Cleven with a couple great saves there, knocking it away. Munson had a couple of good chances on those wraparounds, nearly got one in. Had a pretty good stop to try to shove one in there, but couldn't get it. Now a face off in neutral ice.
Puck is controlled by Rochester. Fires it all the way through neutral. Should be an icing call. They'll bring it right back. Down to the other end they go. 10:43 remaining here in the first period. Your Northfield Raiders taking on Rochester Lourdes. And again, a number 1 seed for the Raiders coming into tonight. They had the bye on Tuesday, and they didn't practice on Wednesday or Thursday, really. They had a couple captains' practices. There's a shot on goal. That one's broken up by the blocker, by the goalie. That will come all the way to the top of the point. Ty Frank with it. Oh, and that one might have come out, and they are going to have to clear the zone.
They've got a delayed penalty here on the side.
So we will wait to see as the Raiders will try to control it. There's a centering pass right out in front. Now another shot towards the goal. It's deflected. Somehow the goalie got a stick on it and sets it up into the air and over to the far boards it goes. So Rochester got away with kind of a empty netter opportunity right there. There's a shot towards the goal, and that'll just go to the right of Wallach just off his blocker. Picked up by the Raiders in behind. Bradley centering pass, turnover in the Northfield zone, but Brackey does a nice job of forwarding the pass before it is dumped all the way back in behind. Riley to Frank. He'll forward it up to Bradley. Bradley checked off the puck. Raiders can't seem to control the puck, get it out of their zone. Now they'll forward it up in through neutral as down the left side Winter goes. And he'll get checked hard off the boards and into the corner. Bradley out in front, forces it up to Riley. Shot towards the goal, deflected and up and over into the netting, so we'll have a stoppage of play and a face-off in Rochester's end.
The ref had a hand up a couple of minutes ago, and then he put it down, so I don't know if they just waved it off or what, but he certainly did have a hand up. Guess he put it away. So no penalty, 9:29 left to go in the first period. We'll have a face-off to the right of Cleveland. It'll be Geiger versus Quimby.
Puck control by Rochester. Takes it in behind the net, tries to clear it, can't. Checked off as Geiger. Geiger checks him off the puck, but now Rochester will try to retrieve it, and that one just kind of a turnover there, but they'll control it as they head down the other end of the ice. Centers it all the way in behind the net. Kaiser will try to come loose with it. He does, runs into Geiger, but he forwards the pass, but that is right past the stick of Winter before it is dumped right back into the Northfield zone. There's another forwarding pass, tries to get to Kaiser. Kaiser Skating through, down that right side. Watch out. There's a shot right in the gloves, in the head of the goalie, right in the chest pad, and the goalie didn't see it. And then it fell down on the ice. He's able to cover it up with 8:47 to go here in the first period. From your Heritage Bank scoreboard, we're all tied up 0-0 in this quarterfinals section playoff from the Northfield Ice Arena.
That shot hit Cleveland right in the center of his chest. I don't know if he didn't see it or thought it rebounded somewhere else, but it's just kind of sitting there right in front of him, and he didn't see it. Lourdes got lucky there that Raiders didn't get a rebound. Got it around to Cleveland.
Controlled by Rochester. Out of their zone and through the neutral ice, and down the left side they go. Puck will clear all the way into the far corner. Munson. Heck of a pass to Cashin as he was trying to do a nice breakout through neutral ice, but that one got broken up by Chase as he dumps it right back in. Now the Raiders will clear it and push it in through to the Rochester zone. Hits the corners. There's Herons will take a break and tries to forward it up and through. Raiders will try to control it and keep it in. There is a breakout pass there, but it's picked up by Vogt right in neutral ice. He'll dump it right back in. Raiders will do a full line change here. Rochester with a couple of guys out. Munson putting some serious pressure right there. And Vinny Herons trying to control the puck, clear it in through neutral ice as they just keep hammering away at him. Now he'll clear out and head to the bench. That one's broken up by the Raiders. There's a turnover right there. Tries to go through the middle before Olsen picks it up in behind the Raiders' net. Forwards is up to Cashin real quick. And then they dump it right back in to Olsen, but it gets taken off of his stick and forward all the way back in behind the net as Wallach comes out to control the puck in behind the net. There's a pass lifted up and over the stick of, it looked like Kennelly. The puck is right out in front. There's a shot on goal. That one's broken up. Kennelly with an opportunity. Couldn't get a good solid stick on it. And they're going to fire it all the way back as Rochester clears it out of their zone. And they will turn around and have another face-off for icing with 7:16 to go here. First period.
Lourdes got another break. They're trying to just clear it out of their zone. I don't know if it's a missed shot or what, but it just got passed right in front of the goal, and Olsen nearly had a pretty easy solo goal there, but couldn't get it past Cleveland. Got cleared out. Now we'll face off to the left of Cleveland. Geiger versus Quimby.
Face off for the Raiders. Winter tries to get a stick on it. They'll clear it up into the neutral ice. They'll dump it right back in. Raiders will have to get offsides before they go all the way back in, and they clear in behind it. There's intercepted, picked off. Kaiser will try to control the puck into the near corner. Centering pass right out front, and that one gets past Riley, and he'll have to chase it all the way down. I don't believe there'll be an icing call. Wallach will come out forward as a quick. Kaiser catches him in a break. He's down that right side, hits the brakes, and they check him right into the boards. But before they clear it in the neutral zone, they'll wave off any type of icing call there. Pontau forwards it all the way up and over to Vogt. Vogt will send it up and over and into the bench, and we will have another stoppage of play and a face-off coming at the 6:33 mark of the first period.
Looking around Section 1A, it'll be Dodge County and La Crescent playing tonight. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game tomorrow at 11:30. We'll be streaming that should the Raiders win this one tonight.
Controlled by the Raiders at center ice. Vogt pushes it forward to Bradley. Picked off by the Eagles of Rochester Lourdes. Bradley gets knocked to the ground. Now the puck will go through the side. Oh, there's a double whammy there. Wow. Raiders put a double hit on Ritter to control the puck, but now he will control it and push it all the way in. Vogt tries to knock it down with his hand, and the Raiders will come away with it as they push it in through neutral ice. There's a turnover. There's a shot right there on goal. Kennelly missing it just off the blocker pad. Puck will go into that far corner. Raiders will come up with it. Shot on goal. That one's broken up and kicked all the way to the corner again. Lourdes will come away with it, dumps it all the way in, and they're just going to hit the brakes and head to the bench. And I believe they're going to call an icing penalty, or an icing call. 7 shots on goal for your Raiders, 1 and 1 only for Rochester Lourdes and the Eagles from Rochester. Not getting a lot of offense going, but at the same time, Raiders with some nice scoring opportunities up in the middle, but still they are very, very tough when they're right out in front and keeping control of the puck and clearing it out of their zone. In the meantime, the Raiders come away with the face-off. Put it into the top of the circle. That one's dumped right back in from that slot. There's a shot opportunity, backhand, and that was broken up. From what I can see, that one comes all the way out and clears all the way to the top. Frank will now take a shot. That was deflected, stick poked off of his stick as it goes back in through neutral ice. 5:15 to go. First period, 0-0 is your score. That one's going to get dumped all the way in there as well. Munson's going to go after it. Puck was going to come clear all the way to the top. Raiders pick it up. There's an opportunity, backhander right there. Now one is broken up and sent all the way to the other side of the ice. Now it's pushed all the way up and into the Northfield zone. Rich tries to push it in behind. They'll take it from their own net. Forwarding pass through. Munson will push it through. I think they might call icing because he was straddling the center line, so they're going to call icing on the Raiders this time, and they'll send it back to their end deep in the Northfield zone.
Raiders getting a lot of shots on goal, a lot of possessions. Lourdes, on the other hand, only one shot on Wallach so far. It was a pretty easy one, right into his glove. Pretty easy for Keat. We'll have a face-off to the left of him. It'll be Geiger versus Syme.
Puck dropped by the ref, controlled by the Raiders. In behind their net, forwarding past the Kaiser. Kaiser 1-on-2 from that right slot. Centering pass out front, and that's a goal! Geiger with the goal to start the game off, and the Raiders take a 1-0 lead at the the 11-minute and 24-second mark.
Great pass by Kaiser into Geiger, who was just breaking to his left, right in front of Cleveland. Pushed it past him. Raiders go up 1-0 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. Kaiser went on one of those fast breaks down that right side. He's got so much speed, and so does Geiger. Right to him. Geiger out right on front, puts the Raiders up 1-0, 4:36 left to go in the first period.
Face off on the center ice, controlled by the Raiders. They'll push it all the way down. So Cam Kaiser, he is dangerous coming down that right side when he gets a little head of steam. So great pass across the middle. They put him up, and they will start the game off 1-0. They did defeat Lourdes earlier in the season, and it was 8-0. So we've got 13 minutes have gone by here, and that's the first goal of the evening. So we'll see if that is a momentum changer, or if Lourdes will try to continue to defend strictly in their own area. Puck goes all the way into the near boards as the Raiders try to clear it. Geiger looks like he'll clear it. Another pass towards the middle. He fires just off the side of the net. And that puck's going to clear and go all the way back as Rochester sends it into the Northfield zone. They'll pull it right back, and we'll have another icing call, and we'll bring it back down to the other end into the Eagles' end.
Raiders finally converting on many of those chances already here in this first period. With how much possession they've had, I would have expected to have had more than one goal. But hey, you're winning right now, and you have the momentum.
Puck is controlled by Rochester in their own zone. They will try to clear it in through. They'll come through neutral ice there. Down in the left side is Barry out there as he tries to push it through. Wallach will take the glove save, but then drops it back on the ice and keeps things rolling as the Raiders will try to clear in through neutral ice. Picked up briefly and then pushed back in the Northfield zone. That puck just off the glass into neutral ice. Center of the ice arena. They'll dump it right back into the Northfield zone as Frank bangs it off the boards, forwarding past to Bradley. Bradley tries to push it into the Eagle zone. He does. He's successful. Then it's picked up by Rochester. They'll try to clear it up and out of there. That's going to be Jones who tries to push it all the way forward. Raiders try to clear it again. Jones will pick it up in the Rochester zone, fires through the middle, and blows it right past his teammate Bruining. And, of course, it goes all the way to the other end. So we'll have another stoppage of play and another icing call with just 2:50 to go here in the first period. From your Heritage Bank scoreboard, your Northfield Raiders lead this contest 1-0.
Face off to the left of Cleveland. It'll be Olsen against Rowe. Raiders win the face off. Here's Fossum. Probably bring it back out to the blue line. Dump it out to Frank. Frank centering pass into Munson. And there's a shot and goal. Will Cashin off the rebound. Puts the Raiders up 2-0. sophomore Will Cashin doubling the Raiders' lead at the 14-24 mark of the first period. Will Cashin from Caden Munson, 2-0 Raiders.
So that all started with Fossum actually putting the shot on the net and from the left slot. And that one bounced all the way out. It came out to the circle. Then they pushed it to the top, sent it down again, and we had them sneaking across the middle there into that crease in there. And another excellent pass by the Raiders to go up 2-0 as we face off from neutral ice. Fossum will control it into the Northfield zone. 2:30 to go. First period, 2-0 in favor of the Raiders. Puck will get pushed up all the way through. That one is breaking. Cashin with a nice break out there, but that one was broken up again by, it looks like, Barry as they dump it right back into the Northfield zone. That one comes right out in front. There's a kind of a turnover by the Raiders, but Wallach able to get a nice stick on it and push it in behind and around. The Raiders try to get through neutralized. Cashin will carry it in. From the right side, he's got an opportunity. Centering pass. And that one's just off the skate of Olsen. And that puck will come back to the left slot. There's a shot broken up by Rochester. It goes into that far corner. Fires it all the way down. Wallach will try to grab it. They'll hold it back. They'll keep the time clock going here in the first period with 1:45 to go. Forwarding pass by Munson. He'll dump it in. They'll waive the icing. Munson will head to the bench. And we will have yet another stoppage of play here as the goalie swallows the puck in his glove. So face off, it looks like, to the left of the goalie for Rochester Lourdes. 1:39 to go, and they will face it off. And that puck is controlled by the Raiders. They'll force it back to Riley at the top of the circle. Winner tries to get a shot, and that one just stick poked off the stick. Rochester still trying to clear it out of their zone. Riley's going to take a wrister, and that one is up and in between. And I'm not sure. It looks like he may have gotten a hand out, a stick on it there. So it's very, very possible that Geiger got a stick on it, but Riley started that, and we are up now.
It is 3-0. That should be
3-0.
Scoreboard guy just taking a little long to update it, but great pass by Bridger Riley, the freshman, up right in front of Cleveland, and then Geiger got that stick on it, put it through Cleveland's 5-hole. So great deflection by Geiger to put the Raiders out 3-0. 3 quick goals, just 3 minutes apart from each other for the Raiders. Here's a break by Kaiser. Kaiser, here's a shot. That one goes wide.
Puck will come clear all the way to the far boards as it rebounds on top. There's another shot out in front. So what started out as kind of a slow first period, the Raiders have turned up the heat significantly here as the momentum continues to shift in their favor. Kaiser will take it into the near corner. Riley will dump it into the corner. Now we got a centering pass over to the top. It goes to the top of the slot there, and it is picked up and deflected briefly as Riley tries to put another shot towards the goal. Geiger in the corner, tries to dig it out. Rochester fighting for it. Raiders and Kaiser comes away with it. Backhand opportunity. Another shot towards the goal. Broken up. Winner with a rebound out there. That one is broken up by the goalie, and that one will be cleared away. And there's another pass through the left slot there, but it comes all the way to the top. Riley will push it all the way back in and around before it is finally picked up by, it looks like, Behrens as he tries to clear, but Winner will hold it in and keep it in with 21 seconds to go. They still have it on the offensive zone here for the Northfield Raiders. 16 seconds to go. Plenty of time to get another shot towards the net. And the Raiders will end up, and we can clear the boards really quickly. They do a quick line change with about 7 seconds to go. Finally, it looks like Rochester tried to clear it, but then it's broken up by Fossum, and he dumps it right back in behind the net again, and we'll have the end of the first period from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Raiders on top of this one, 3-0. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll recap your first period here. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One KYMN, and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Financing a house is about more than a mortgage. It's about creating a home. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, buying your forever home, looking to take advantage of today's great refinance rates, or finally getting to those home improvements, Hometown Credit Union's wide variety of home loan options and highly competitive rates can help make your house, well, a home. Learn more and apply online at hometowncu.coop. Equal housing lender.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group of Northfield. The doctors, Becky Johnson, John Nowak, Brian Cravey, Tyler Yonke, and Mallory Peterson would like to remind you that February is Dental Health Month. New patients in the month of February will receive a free exam and necessary x-rays. The doctors and staff at Professional Dental Group would love to see your smile. You can find us on the web at pdgdentists.com or give us a call at 507-645-5264.
It's the little things in life that matter the most, like spending time with my family. Hip pain started to slow me down, and it was time to get help. I did some research and decided on the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics. They listened to my concerns and helped me make an informed decision. 3 months later, I could not be happier. My hip feels great, and I'm back outside. I appreciate the personalized care I got from the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics.
February 28th is coming fast. Registration for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball is open for 8, 10, 12, and 14U teams at northfieldfastpitch.org. Spring is just around the corner. Register your daughter and enjoy watching her learn and build confidence on the ball field. Girls born from 2008 to 2015 must sign up by February 28th. Girls Fast Pitch Softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarship assistance is available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information. Register today. Go Raiders!
Don't wait for the next snowstorm. Get your vehicle ready for winter now. Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair shop, collision center, and AAA towing facility. We service all makes and models, from full-size diesel trucks to passenger cars. Serving the people of Northfield is our #1 goal. We do that by offering quick repairs, fair prices, and efficient communication from the time you walk in the door to when we hand you back your keys. Go Raiders from all of us at Valley Auto House, located on Highway 3 South in Northfield. Open 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and find us at valleyautohouse.net.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie, Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. It's time to get outdoors. Ice fishing, skiing, snowmobiling, but this year, end the foggy glasses and dried out contacts. Give yourself the gift of LASIK. At Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, all laser, all wavefront LASIK, all the time.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Now may be the right time for you or a loved one to consider joining Northfield Retirement Community. Leave behind the worry of home maintenance and repairs to join a supportive community welcoming you to your new home. NRC has a variety of housing options to enjoy with your own furnishings and available options of in-home personal care services. Reach out to our caring and compassionate staff when you're ready for a visit, or review all of our living options at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
Locally owned and operated, Professional Pride Realty specializes in residential, commercial, and agricultural property. Search the entire multiple listing service at professionalpriderealty.com or call us at 507-663-1100.
This ball is crushed.
All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. And for those interested in travel baseball leagues, register them now at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. Yes, we know there's still snow on the ground, but for kids ages 10 to 15 years old and interested in travel baseball, you must register before March 12th to get your child's name on the list for tryouts. Visit northfieldyouthbaseball.com and click on the travel registration link before March 12th for Northfield Youth Travel Baseball.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Hey, welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena. We're right here on NorthfieldLive.com and KYMNRadio.com, 95.1 The One and AM 1080. Welcome back to, again, the Ice Arena. It's 3-0 in favor of the Northfield Raiders. 15 shots on goal for them compared to just 3 for Rochester Lourdes. And those 3 shots were only one that was really on goal, and that was on point, but it really wasn't too difficult for Keaton Wallach to recover that one as it went right into his glove. But the Raiders started out at what seemed to be getting some shots on goal, and it wasn't until the 12:24 mark before they lit one up first as Jake Geiger scored the first one, and then it was literally 2 minutes later, cashes in on the second goal of the night, and then 15:34, a minute and 10 seconds later, Geiger, another one with a feed from Riley to put him up 3-0. So what started out as a so-so first period, they lit it up. They put 7 shots on goal in those less than 5 minutes of that first period.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, it really started pretty slow. I mean, we got those offensive possessions, but we didn't get any great shots on goal, something that we could really score on. And then, the last 5 minutes, we really lit it up, got 3 into the goal, 7 shots total. And we've really been attacking that Lourdes defense. Xander Carter-Cleveland doing the best he can. He had some good saves early in that first period, but this Raider attack is too much. And as we said earlier, the Raiders have so much depth that we can put anyone out there, and we have a great chance to score a goal. Lourdes, maybe not so much depth. Their top guys are pretty good, but once you get into those second, third lines, we have a much better chance.
I saw that we had Bradley in the contest here, and it's kind of interesting that he usually comes in a little bit later, but they put some time. I don't know if the coach found something in Bradley tonight, but they put him in early, and they put him in relatively awfully. Same with Kennelly. They were able to get him in the contest and get him playing here a little bit tonight. We still haven't seen Boardman and Rand yet, but we did see him last Saturday because they did, like I say, they took a pretty good sized lead there going into the third period. But it just looked like in this first period that it wasn't like they were off to a slow start or anything like that. They were actually skating very well and dumping it into the Rochester's zone, but Rochester kept kind of breaking up things a little bit, moving it around a little bit. They were having a little bit of difficulty getting it out of their zone, but still just enough. They were able to just enough break it up so the Raiders really couldn't complete a decent pass. Then all of a sudden, it's just like the light went on and bang, bang, bang. I mean, that was 3 great goals. I mean, that was moving it into the zone, nice passes, crisp passes, and goals. So, I mean, that was just a nice execution by the Raiders.
Yeah, absolutely. And this isn't, these weren't fluke goals. The defenseman fell down, or it was just a fast break by Kaiser. Great passes, great setups. Taking advantage of our best players and putting pucks in the net.
Well, we look forward to, obviously, the second period to come up here in just a couple of minutes for you as we're, again, from the Northfield Ice Arena. And I want to thank all our listeners on 95.1 KYMN and, of course, all the people around the globe. And I say that because we get calls all the time about NorthfieldLive.com and all the people that are listening all over the place. So we really welcome everyone who's joining us this evening. And the Raiders, of course, again, ahead from your Heritage Bank scoreboard 3-0. Coming up, well, tomorrow, cross your fingers, we're looking for some boys hockey tomorrow. And if that happens, it will be the section final, semifinal game. It plays the winner between
Dodge County and La Crescent. They're playing right now as we speak. And then 2 other games in Section 1A. It is Albert Lee versus Winona, as well as Faribault and New Prague. Those are the 2 other games.
We'll try to get an update if we can throughout the evening. I know that in between things, Johan will try to try to grab it. So we are waiting for a score maybe coming in from Faribault. Whoa, Faribault is crushing it 7-2, and Winona is up over Albert Lee 6-3 already. In the
those are the
2 other sections. Good to know. So we'll see how that all pans out. 5:35 left here in the intermission, and if we do have a win, it'll be 11:30 tomorrow morning. We'll probably go on the air tomorrow morning at about 11:10 or so. And then Tuesday night from NorthfieldLive.com, it'll be boys basketball versus Faribault. Wednesday will be girls basketball, and that's the first round of section tournament play. And then you'll have your full schedule at NorthfieldLive.com. So if you want to check it out, see what games we got coming up, that's coming up here in the next week or so. So stick around. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. The Raiders on top of this one, 3-0, and we'll have our second period coming your way right here on 95.1 KYMN, AM 1080, and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
The days are getting cooler, and it means it's time to take a trip to Witt Brothers for your winter checkup. Let's face it, no one wants to get caught in the cold with the dead battery. Make sure your vehicle is in peak condition for the winter season. The checkup includes an oil change, tire rotation, brake inspection, battery tests, and they'll even winterize your vehicle. Stop by Witt Brothers Service, located at 701 Division Street in downtown Northfield, for all your automotive maintenance and repair needs.
The graphic mailbox in the River Park Mall. With all of your mailing and printing needs, we can pack it up, ship it out, and get it down the road. Fabricate a sign or a banner. We work hard to know our products. We can find what works for you and set you up with everything you need. The graphic mailbox in the River Park Mall, offering solutions for you.
February 28th is coming fast. Registration for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball is open for 8, 10, 12, and 14U teams at northfieldfastpitch.org. Spring is just around the corner. Register your daughter and enjoy watching her learn and build confidence on the ball field. Girls born from 2008 to 2015 must sign up by February 28th. Girls Fast Pitch Softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarship assistance is available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information. Register today. Go Raiders!
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call the professionals at Service Master by Hyatt. Service Master has been an industry leader for more than 20 years and have proven cleaning products to remove even the toughest stains and get the winter weather out of your carpets and floors. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. When you're in need of cleaning, demand the yellow van and call Service Master by Hyatt today.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Real estate can be difficult to navigate. Thankfully, Professional Pride Realty's website is packed with information to make buying or selling a home in the Northfield area as simple as possible. ProfessionalPrideRealty.com has the most current listing information, including price reductions and real-time market statistics. Customize the map-based search to streamline your desired location. You can even save your searches in specific homes for later viewing. Home sellers can learn about their property's value before putting their houses on the market. When you're ready to start your home buying or selling journey, Professional Pride Realty would be happy to assist you.
This ball is crushed.
All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. For those interested in in-house baseball leagues, register them now at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. Yes, we know there is still snow on the ground, but for kids who are in grades kindergarten to 3rd grade who'd like to participate in in-house, or 4th to 7th graders interested in Community Rec League, you must register before March 15th to get your child's name on the rosters for a jersey and hat. Visit northfieldyouthbaseball.com for more registration information.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bruss, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
And welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena as we get ready to start the second period here. The Northfield Raiders in their white, maroon, and gold jerseys, skating from the right to the left, and the Rochester Lourdes Eagles in their purple and gold uniforms, skating from left to right here to start the second period. 17 minutes on the clock, and we'll get things underway here just in a couple of seconds. But the Raiders on top, 3-0, as Jake Geiger already 2 goals on the evening, and he's on his way. He had a hat trick the last game, and he's already got 2 goals starting out this first game. So lots of anticipation here. We do have some other scores coming up. We'll announce those as we gather them. We've gotten most of those scores from the other 1A semi-quarterfinals there. Raiders will control the puck immediately. Olsen will take it, backhands it into the glove of Cleven. He'll park it and send it in behind the net. Puck will come over to the top. Fossum fires one. Stick save out in front. Backhand there. That one's broken up, and there was an opportunity for an accidental goal there against the Eagles. Munson will pick it up in the corner. Tries to dig it loose, and that one's going to come right out in front. Munson with a shot and an opportunity, and that one goes right across the middle. And we have another goal to start things off right at the get-go by, I believe it was
Braden Olsen.
Braden Olsen with the nice backhand there, and we're not even 32 seconds on in the contest.
That was very quick by the Raiders. 32 seconds into this one. Braden Olsen on the backhand gets it past Xander Carter-Cleven. Raiders have a 4-0 lead at the 16:28 left to go in the second period.
They have literally scored 4 goals in 5 minutes. 3 of them in the end of the first period and 1 right there. So the Raiders again will control the face-off, and they dump it all the way back in, and it'll be Winter who will try to control the puck down in the corner. Geiger and Winter. Now Kaiser will come away with it in behind the net and takes it all the way to the far corner as he tries to dig it out. He'll do a little centering pass out front. He'll come around. He's a little wraparound out front. That one is broken up by Barclay. Puck comes to the top. Fossum. Now Frank. Wrister down the right-hand side and just off the chest pad of the goalie. Puck is controlled by the Raiders. They try to keep it in. Rochester doing anything and everything they can to try to clear that puck as Barry tries to push it all the way back in, and it'll go right towards Camden. And they got him in a full line change. We got a 4-on-1 and oh, ho, 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 ho. Wow. Kaiser breaking down the right side. He was heading to the bench to do a line change, and the Raiders came away with it as Rochester completely sent everyone to the bench. And an opportunity for a wide open breakaway, and the pass goes too far, and they'll call an icing call against the Raiders. They'll bring it right back to the left of Mr. Wallach as the Raiders again control the puck, and they'll push it up in through neutral ice. Rochester dumps it all the way back in behind the net. Wallach tries to come out and guide it out for the Raiders. He'll come to the top into the neutral ice. So the Raiders will regroup, take it back into their zone. To the far boards it goes. Across the middle. Raiders dump pass right there. That one's broken up by Losley. He'll forward it up to neutral ice, and then they'll carry it all the way into the Raiders zone before the Raiders will try to clear it again. That one almost a mistake there. That one just barely dumps it right in there as Bradley pushes it up in through neutral ice. Puck goes all the way back in for the Raiders, in behind their net. They'll try to forward that one. That's going to get picked off by Barclay. Barclay trying to make something happen in that corner as the Raiders and Eagles get all tied up over there in the near boards as they continue to try to dig it out of there. Riley tried to get a stick on it, can't do it. Tries to send it forward, kept in by the Eagles. Tries to send one in behind the net. It goes, centering pass goes errant, and that's going to come all the way into the neutral ice. So Rochester will have to regroup here. And you heard the head coach, they've only got the 2 lines. There's a shot towards the goal. Wallach will glove save that and hold it on. So we got 14:06 to go here in the second period as the Raiders take a 4-0 lead. Head coach was basically talking, he had 2 solid lines, and he was going to be grinding them. I mean, they were just going to run them as hard as they can because they've only got 24 kids on the ice.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, Lourdes, they're not a very big school and not a very, great hockey team either. We'll face off to the left of Wallach. Olsen will bring it out behind him. So
he'll dump pass there, and it'll come up to Fossum. Fossum will center it up. Breakout pass to Munson. Munson passes through the middle. Cashin down the left side. Left slot, he's got a shot. That was right off the face mask of Clivens, and that one will come loose. But the Raiders will dump it back in as Munson will try to hold it in. He'll bring it to the top of the point. He'll get taken just off the stick a little bit. Here's another wraparound coming. They'll go all the way to the far corner into that far left circle. Pass all the way across to Olsen again. And can't control the puck, coming off a little hot and a little heavy. Frank dumps it right back in. Olsen tries to send it in through the slot. Picked up by Munson at the point. That one comes clean all the way to the top. It'll come all the way out. They'll regroup it. Frank by the near boards. Loses control of it in his own zone before he forwards it up front to Munson. Munson pushing it right through. Just skates all the way over to that right-hand circle, and that one's going to go right in the breadbasket of the goalie Clivens, and we will have a stoppage of play and a face-off in the Rochester zone.
Well, one thing I would like to add is that this has been a very clean game so far. No penalties in the first period. 5 minutes into the second period, we haven't had any penalties yet either, so either very non-physical or just refs aren't calling stuff.
Rochester will actually control that one as they push it in through neutral ice and into the Raiders zone before they will clear it. And they'll try to dump it right back in. It'll be Reckenriley who will take control of the puck, and he'll send it all the way to the other corner to brother Bridger Riley, and he'll forward it all the way up to Kaiser, but that one is broken up by Bruning, and he'll try to distract things there. There's a shot towards the goal. They're going to give a shot on goal. There's a right out in front. Geiger with an opportunity for that hat trick out there as Rochester left it right out in front of the net. But it's broken up as they fire it all the way back in, and Winter will try to dump it back into the Eagles zone. They will wave off the icing there as Winter was able to get a slight stick on it. There's right out in front again. Geiger with a shot towards the goal. Couldn't get a good clean look at it. It's just kind of a bouncing puck out in front with 12:08 to go here, second period.
It was a good centering pass by Andrew Winter, and Geiger, as you said, right out in front. Couldn't get a good stick on it. Cleven scooped it right up. It'll be a face-off to the left of Cleven as the Raiders will have a line change. Get everybody right on the ice. It'll be Olsen versus Rich. Face-off, Raiders win.
Munson, quick shot from that top of that right circle. Puck will come back to Pontal, and he'll dump it all the way back in. Centering pass out in front. That one's broken up by Rochester. They'll try to clear the puck as Rich tries to take it in through neutral ice as he does, but then he gets knocked down to the ice and taken down. He slides into the boards. Rochester tries to dump it all the way back in. Pontal loses it off his stick. It'll come all the way back in behind the net, and he will try to control it and tries to do a forwarding pass there, but they will try to keep that one in. Rich tries to hold it in. Now it's picked up there by Geiger. Geiger will forward it up to Munson. He'll skate it through, and now he'll take a shot across the bow there as it comes all the way back to the top of the blue line as Fossum will try to keep it in. Down to that right circle, now into that right corner. There's a shot, swing and a miss. Oh, you could just see the look on his face. He wanted that one. Cashin wanted that one bad, and he just completely just whiffed on that one. But it'll come all the way back in behind Rochester zone, in behind the net. They'll fire it all the way across the boards. They'll try to clear the zone, and they do so. And it is Simon. He'll push it through all the way to the front. Oh, we're going to get a tripping. Frank's going to get called for that pretty simply. That was A.J. Ritter skating through with the puck, and we will have our first penalty of the game. That's 10:56 remaining here in the first period.
Pretty easy call, Frank, as Ritter skating down into the Raiders' offensive or defensive zone. Frank just kind of stuck his stick out. Ritter went down. Frank will go to the box for 2 minutes. First penalty of the game is on Frank. So it'll be the Eagles on the power play, where they have only an 11% power play goal percentage. Not very high for the Eagles. There's a centering pass. It'll be deflected, controlled by the Eagles.
Puck comes into the top of the right circle. They'll fire it all the way to the other side. That'll be a centering pass right there, broken up very nicely by Brocky there. And the Raiders will try to control this one as they fly down. A guy getting after it. He's getting the goalie right out in front of him. And the Lourdes will turn right back around, and they'll send it down into the Northfield zone as Riley hits the ground there in the corner. Brackey will try to clear it as they are. A minute 25 remaining in the power play for Rochester. And yes, they've only had about 82 opportunities, so they've only had like 11% as far as power plays. So, 82, it's not anything to shake. The Raiders have 99 power play opportunities. So, they're right there as far as opportunity-wise. They're just not able to really capitalize on things. So the Raiders will face off to the right of Wallach as the Lourdes will control the puck. There's a pass across the middle, and there it is. There's a shot and a goal by Syme, and that, of course, is the first score for Rochester Lourdes as they score on the power play at the 6:46 mark.
Brody Syme off the deflection, sticks his stick out, gets it past Wallach's shoulder. Wallach loses his chance at his 10th shutout of the year, which I know he has been chasing. He's been chasing those double digits in the shutouts. Raiders still up 4-1, 10-14 left to go in the second period, but Rochester Lourdes Eagles now on the board halfway through this second period.
So we'll face off again at neutral center ice, and then that one will be controlled again by Rochester. And we'll see what the momentum change could be here. When the Raiders scored that first time in that first period, things just lit up and changed the whole motivation, if you will, with the whole contest there as everything kind of shifted and changed. So we'll see if this does anything for Rochester here in the second period. 10:06 to go, second period. Looks like the refs have something to talk about. Have a little brief discussion there at the top of the circle.
Syme was in on that discussion, so not quite sure what that's about. We'll have we'll be good. Just a face-off to the left of Cleaver.
That one's controlled by the Raiders. Shot towards the goal. Stick save out front by the defense. Tries to clear it up and out. Full strength for both teams. There's a shot towards the goal, but that's going to get deflected. Brings it into the near corner. Raiders cleared in through neutral zone. Neutral ice. Herons sends it all the way back in. All the way to Munson in neutral. He'll skate it up and through. Little dump pass to Olsen from that left circle into the slot. He chases, but he gets broken up by Losley, and it will get jumped right back in as they dump it right back in for Munson as he skates in hard and fast to try to control the puck before it's broken up by the Eagles. They're going to fire that one all the way down, and we won't even hesitate on that one. He just sent that flying past the end line, and we'll have an icing call again, and they'll bring it all the way back to the right-hand side of the goalie Clevens in the Rochester Lord zone. Raiders with a full line change here, getting off the bench as we try to bring in the line again. It looks like their first line of attack is out here now with 9:22 to go. Puck is controlled by Rochester. Leslie tries to skate it through neutral ice before it's stick checked off there by Riley. Little push and a little shoving there. Things heating up just a little bit here in the second period. Puck picked up by the referee.
Full line change for Rochester Lourdes. Refs giving them time to get off the ice. Get new guys on the ice. We'll have a face off. It'll be Geiger. Quimby. Lourdes control. Now dumps it off to the Raiders.
Winner will dump it back into the corner. Geiger will chase it. Centering pass. Broken up by a stick with a breaking Kaiser coming down that right side. So again, Clevens with an opportunity just to put a little stick on her there. That's going to be icing calls. They're going to bring it right back to Rochester's end. But nice little pass right there and an opportunity for Kaiser from the right side. Clevens putting a stick on it just at the last second.
Raiders still getting those opportunities after, losing that shutout. Lourdes scoring their power play goal, 4-1 on Heritage Bank's scoreboard. Raiders keeping on attacking. Here's a face-off to the left of Cleveland.
Controlled by your Raiders. Shot towards the goal, deflection, and there's another goal. There's a hat trick for Geiger, and we're ahead 5-1 here in the second period.
Jake Geiger, his third goal of the game as we got a hat on the ice. Only one, but Jake Geiger, third goal of the game. That's his 24th of this season. Raiders up 5-1. 8:55 left to go in the second period. Jake Geiger off the deflection. 5-1 Raiders 24 shots on goal. 5 of them have gone in so far. 1 for Lourdes off 5 shots. Raiders
so
up.
yeah, again we had one hat hit the ice anyhow as Geiger for the second game in a row with another hat trick. So the Raiders will again control it and put it into the Rochester zone. Rochester talking about earlier the amount of players. They don't have a lot of depth out there, so they can't get a lot of people out there, but you can see that they are kind of experiencing what looks like they're getting tired out there for sure, and it looks like we're going to have a penalty against Geiger. So not only does he have his hat trick, but he'll go into the penalty box now for tripping as well.
Pretty funny scoring there. So Geiger scores obviously with the assists. Bridger and Brecken Riley getting the assist pairing. The brothers, the freshman and the senior, getting in a hand in tonight's game as Geiger will head to the box for 2 minutes. Lourdes back on the power play.
The offense controlled by Rochester. Rich will try to come away with it. He'll force it, all the way to the top to Barclay. Broken up by Frank. Frank will chase after it in through the neutral zone. Now Rochester. Pass to the near boards. Now back to the center. Can't try to get a handle on it as the puck just goes into the Northfield zone, and it'll be Fossum who will track it down, and he'll get in behind the net there as he tries to forward it up. As it clears, it goes into the neutral ice. Herons will try to control the puck as he pushes it up and forward to Leslie, and that puck will get fired by the Raiders all the way back into the zone. It'll be picked up, it looks like Jones. Now to Barclay. Barclay gets knocked to the ground. They fight for it in the corner there. Rochester comes away with it. They'll try to skate it up and in before it's picked up by Riley. He'll fire it all the way back down to the other end. 1:02 to go here in the 2 minutes for the tripping against Geiger as Rochester on the power play have not been able to put a shot on goal as of yet. That puck will go towards the goal, but then Wallach will just kind of stick that one out to the corner as they fire it in through neutral ice. Puck just lays right out in front. Opportunity for Olsen to get a stick on it, but Riley will come away with this one. He'll try to fire it off the glass as he does so. Kaiser down that left side. He'll skate towards the middle, and there's a shot, but that one's broken up as he runs into the net. Now the puck will come around the top. No stoppage of play as Olsen came away with the puck. It looked like Kaiser kind of slipped and fell into the net there a little bit, and it was a late call on the stop. It was still live for an opportunity for Olsen to do a wraparound.
Yeah, very, very late stoppage. Olsen was right out in front of the goal, right by Cleveland. The refs, I guess Kaiser did knock the goal off a little bit, running into it. They'll reset it. A face-off. It'll be Kaiser on the face-off against Rich.
To the point it comes over to Fossum in the left. Down into the corner it goes. Winner will chase after it in behind the net. It's going to be Kleinschmidt over there trying to dig for it as well. So we got 2 Eagles up on Winner, trying to clear it, trying to do something. Winner holding it in. He finally comes away with it, but then he loses control of it before it is finally controlled by Barclay. He'll try to clear it, push it up just a little bit there to Rich. He'll fire it all the way across, misses, breaking Ritter, and the Raiders will control that one. Winner will force it forward. Nope, they're going to call an icing on there. He couldn't quite get a stick on it as we have another icing call against the Northfield Raiders. 6:13 to go from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Raiders on top of this one, 5-1. You're listening to Raider Hockey right here on 95.1 KYMN, and we're streaming it live right here as well on NorthfieldLive.com. Don't forget to stick around and catch all the action later. And don't forget, if a victory tonight by the Raiders, we'll have another contest for you coming tomorrow morning at 11:30 from Rochester. Puck is controlled by the Raiders as they push it forward. Camden Munson will come away. There's a shot out front, rebound. Rochester will actually control it. Now it just falls right out in front of the goal before they try to clear it out of their zone. They'll go into the neutral ice, having a hard time holding on to the puck as that one gets flipped up into the players' bench. So we'll have another face-off here at neutral ice with 5:52 to go.
Raiders, you can expect to see a lot less of their top line out there. Don't risk any injuries or maybe overworking them before the game tomorrow. Should the Raiders keep this lead, they'll head early to Rochester tomorrow at 11:30 to play the winner of Dodge County and La Crescent. Dodge County was up 1-0 last time we checked that score.
Riley will control it in behind the net for the Raiders. They will regroup. 5-on-5 we have. Olsen can't control the puck. Puck into the Northfield zone. Broken up briefly. It's going to be Breckenridley dumping it in. Now it's stuck right there at neutral ice, right in center ice. Up. Riley kind of let that one slide by, and there's a nice stick save by Wallach there as they finally take control of that situation in their own zone. They'll skate it down the right side. Munson breaking up the middle. Down that right side goes Cashin, and he gets taken down into the corner. Picked up at the point. Munson skates to the left circle. Wrapped around, takes a shot, misses the crease, goes all the way to the other side. Broken up by, and Olsen just gets tagged right into the glass. And now tripped out in front, but no call on a tripping there for the Raiders. Puck controlled by Rochester as they try to again fire it out and through to pick it up in the neutral zone. Fossum skates it through and pushes it up. Munson shot. Misses another opportunity out front. There's a backhand out there by Fossum. That one goes in behind the net. Now it's the Raiders on the top of the point. Shot towards the goal. Little deflection. That one goes up and out as he tries to get off the ice. As the Raiders will do a little bit of a line change there. They'll hold that puck in. Now it'll come loose into the neutral ice. And so now they'll have a quick line change. Frank! Almost with a turnover. There's the turnover in the neutral end. But Rochester unable to control that puck as they turn it back the other direction. And Connelly will go down that left side. He's looking for a centering pass for a break in Bradley. But that one is broken up by the defense. Puck comes all the way to the top of the right circle. Now, opportunity out in front. It's going to be in behind the net for the Raiders. Centering pass, and that one's out front, and that one's broken up. Raiders still trying to hold the puck, keep it in. Having a hard time clearing it through neutral ice. Usually a solid sign that they are probably, their legs are probably getting a little bit weak here as the second period continues to go on. They're just having a difficult time controlling anything, really getting any fluid passing or anything like that, as the Raiders will try to pick it up, and Vogt will pick it up in the zone, and he'll skate it in behind the net and then up to the near corner. That one goes down the left side. Kaiser and Connelly. Kaiser after Geiger with it down in the corner. Into that far corner. There's a shot at a one-timer, and that one just a great save there by Clevens. But what a shot from that right slot. Top of the right slot. There's a puck. They'll dump it right back into the Eagles' corner. Puck will come clean. Raiders have it. Kaiser, shot! And there's a goal. And there's another one for Cam Kaiser.
Kaiser, it's a rare day when he doesn't score. And it was looking like he might not, but you can never count him out. For Kaiser, that's his 39th goal of the year. That brings him up to 12th in the state for goals, Camden Kaiser. And that is his 61st point of the year for Kaiser. 6-1 Raiders.
Well, we've got 2:50 remaining here in the second period. They're up 6-1. So we'll continue standard play here. Raiders will control the face-off, and they will dump it all the way in, and it looks like they're just going to call another icing play, so they'll turn right back around and bring it right back.
One interesting thing to note, we do not believe that there will be a running clock as it is section play now. Should the Raiders go up by 6, we'll see if there is a running clock, but we do not believe that is only a regular season thing. But we'll see if that even happens. 2:43 left to go in the second period. Face-off to the left of Wallach.
We have an updated score with New Prague on top of Faribault was 1-0 at the end of the first period, and Albert Lee was up against Winona 1-0 as well. So some other scores here in the 1A quarterfinals going on tonight. Puck goes all the way in behind Faribault. There's another shot out in front, and he tries to launch yet another one out front there. Geiger does, and Frank will take it from the top, pass it all the way over to the other side. Puck comes right out front. Winner with an opportunity. That one gets broken up, goes into the far corner. 2:15 to play here, second period. There's a hard check by Syme. Centering pass by the Raider as he's laying on the ice. It looks like it was Geiger. Geiger kind of fell down and had a nice centering pass out there. But we're going to have a penalty here and a stoppage of play with 2:07 to go here.
It'll be number 44 for the Eagles. That's Joseph Jones, a senior defenseman. He'll head to the box for 2 minutes. So Raiders' first power play of the game. We'll see if they can convert on that. They are very, very good on the power play. Right around 40% power play goal percentage on the year. Those attackers, man, they have a lot of good ones, and a lot of them who can put the puck in the back of the net. We'll see if they can do it now.
Like I said, they've got 99 opportunities, and they've scored 43 times. So there they go with, not 43, excuse me, 43%. That'd be a lot of goals. There's another skating in for Olsen, and that one is broken up by the goalie as they'll try to clear the zone. Riley tries to hold it in, but it's pushed forward there by Peyton Leslie, as the Raiders will take control of it in their own zone, and they will come the other direction. Dumped through neutral ice. That one is going to be dumped to Olsen down the right-hand side. He'll take it all the way back into the corner as they try to set something up here. There's a pass to the top. Riley from the top of the blue line over to Olsen. Olsen from that left circle. There's a shot across the middle, and there's a shot in the goal. Number 21, Griffin Kennelly with a shot in the goal.
Griffin Kennelly adding to the carnage. Raiders up 7-1 on the power play goal. Griffin Kennelly is a freshman. And for him, that is his. For Griff Kennelly, I don't have the scorecard over here, but doesn't get in the net very much. For him, that's his second goal of the year. Griff Kennelly. 7-1 Raiders on the power play goal. 1:15 left to go in the second period. Griff Kennelly at the 15:45 mark as we'll wait on the face-off. Not quite sure what they're waiting on. Maybe the scoreboard. There it is. It'll be Brackey on the face-off, controlled by Lourdes.
They'll dump it all the way back in, back at full strength. Puck goes in behind Wallach. There's a turnover in the Northfield end, but Rochester not able to really capitalize on it. They'll control that puck all the way on the far boards as the Raiders will try to clear it. There's a shot towards the goal. What a turnaround that one was. It a blaster, but Wallach able to break that one off his stick. There's another turnover by the Raiders in their own zone. Bradley goes down to the ice. There's a shot in behind as that comes up to the top of the circle. Raiders try to clear it out of the zone, but it's dumped right back in. Teal will try to take that puck in. Broken up there. We got a player down on the ice, and it looks like we got a stoppage of play with 38 seconds to go. Bradley hit. It looked like he got tripped up there at the beginning of that play, and now he's still on the ice down here. It looks like he does have something. He's not really grabbing anything that I can see. Players are just gathering around him, and it's finally they're going to bring, looks like the trainer out here.
Malachi Bedgood, high school trainer. Yeah, Barrett, he kind of got pushed down, and then he's trying to get up, tried hopping, kind of limping. So I think it's a little leg problem. We might want to step out, possibly.
All right, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll gather back and see what's going on here in the second period as the Raiders lead this one 7-1 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're listening to Raider Hockey on KYMN and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
This ball is crushed.
All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. And for those interested in travel baseball leagues, register them now at NorthfieldYouthBaseball.com. Yes, we know there's still snow on the ground, but for kids ages 10 to 15 years old and interested in travel baseball, you must register before March 12th to get your child's name on the list for tryouts. Visit NorthfieldYouthBaseball.com and click on the travel registration link before March 12th for Northfield Youth Travel Baseball.
Hometown Credit Union is proud to call Northfield and Dundas home. We offer a variety of loan options, checking, savings, and credit card accounts with a focus on financial wellness and member advocacy. You belong at Hometown Credit Union. Learn more at hometowncu.coop.
February 28th is coming fast. Registration for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball is open for 8, 10, 12, and 14U teams at northfieldfastpitch.org. Spring is just around the corner. Register your daughter and enjoy watching her learn and build confidence on the ball field. Girls born from 2008 to 2015 must sign up by February 28. Girls Fast Pitch Softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarship assistance is available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information. Register today. Go Raiders!
Well, we're back here at the Northfield Ice Arena temporarily. We had a small little injury there. Bradley goes down to the ice, and I think it was Andy Teal who kind of put a lick on him, but they did kind of work him up, and they did skate him off the ice, so he's up, and he's moved back to the player's bench with 33 seconds to go here in the second period. We don't have an actual official update yet, but he did get up. They did escort him off the ice, so we hope he's doing well. We'll find out hopefully a little more as the period seems like it's going to almost end. That was deflected by Cleveland. He'll send it up over the top. So again, Barrett Bradley with it. It looked like they were messing with his left knee there a little bit, trying to work it a little bit, but they were able to get him up at least. So we'll see if he returns here for the third period. Raiders will face off in the Lourdes end. That's right off the helmet of Clevens. And that one will go right out in front again. Another opportunity and a rebound out in front for the Raiders to go up another one. 8 seconds to go as that one goes in behind the net. And Winter centers that pass. That one just misses left as Kaiser sends that one up into the glass. And that will end our second period here from the Northfield Ice Arena. From your Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Raiders on top of this one, 7-1. And we will take a short little break here. We'll come back. We'll talk about the opening two periods, and hopefully we'll get some sort of an update there about Barrett Bradley.
He is out and skating right now. He's putting weight on that foot, so he's fine. He'll hopefully be back.
It looks like he's moving along a little bit there. He's trying to get it loosened up here a little bit. So they will head back to the locker room. Probably take a look at it a little bit. Maybe do some little massage therapy on that knee or what the case may be. Either way, there was nothing really intentional there. It was kind of an accidental mix-up there as Andy Teal and Bradley kind of collided there in the Northfield end to wrap up kind of that second period. So let's take a break, and we'll come back to our second period. You are listening to Raider Hockey on KYMN 95.1 The One and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
February 28th is coming fast. Registration for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball is open for 8, 10, 12, and 14U teams at northfieldfastpitch.org. Spring is just around the corner. Register your daughter and enjoy watching her learn and build confidence on the ball field. Girls born from 2008 to 2015 must sign up by February 28. Girls Fast Pitch Softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarship assistance is available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information. Register today. Go Raiders!
Borrowing money is a big deal, but Community Resource Bank is ready to help. Whether you're buying a car, purchasing a home, or fixing up your existing home, Community Resource Bank has answers for all your loan and mortgage questions. As an integral part of the Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville communities, Community Resource Bank offers online solutions for business, residential, investment, and other lending products. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Valley Auto Haus is a full automotive repair shop, collision center, and the only AAA authorized towing facility in Northfield. That means if you are in a minor or major collision this winter, all Valley Auto Haus technicians are I-CAR trained and certified by all major insurance companies to handle your vehicle from the tow to completing all of your vehicle repairs. Valley Auto Haus on Highway 3 South in Northfield. Open 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or find us at valleyautohaus.net. Go Raiders!
Now may be the right time for you or a loved one to consider joining Northfield Retirement Community. Leave behind the worry of home maintenance and repairs to join a supportive community welcoming you to your new home. NRC has a variety of housing options to enjoy with your own furnishings and available options of in-home personal care services. Reach out to our caring and compassionate staff when you're ready for a visit, or review all of our living options at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
Northfield Live doesn't just provide game coverage. We provide opportunities for Northfield youth to showcase, learn, and experience many aspects of media. Practice their communication skills by providing play-by-play and color announcing, getting interviews with fellow students or coaches, or writing stories. They can showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media, running cameras for events, or producing a game like the one you're watching now. We also utilize the talents of adults to help mentor and provide a quality experience for the students. If you or someone you know might be interested in growing our coverage, you're welcome to call, text, or email us from the Northfield Live page at any time.
Many of us would love an extra flexible way to earn money. Benjamin Bus and Northfield Lines have many driving positions available, including vans that won't require a CDL, small and regular-sized school buses, and motor coaches. These positions offer flexible hours, days off when kids are out of school. You can even bring your kids to work with you. Benjamin Bus and Northfield Lines offer on-site training and testing along with wages up to $21 an hour. No experience necessary. Stop by Benjamin Bus on Highway 3 in Northfield and we'll be happy to answer any questions.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call the professionals at Service Master by Hyatt. Service Master has been an industry leader for more than 20 years and have proven cleaning products to remove even the toughest stains and get the winter weather out of your carpets and floors. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. When you're in need of cleaning, demand the yellow van and call Service Master by Hyatt today.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
This ball is crushed.
All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. For those interested in in-house baseball leagues, register them now at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. Yes, we know there is still snow on the ground, but for kids who are in grades kindergarten to 3rd grade who'd like to participate in in-house, or 4th to 7th graders interested in Community Rec League, you must register before March 15th to get your child's name on the rosters for a jersey and hat. Visit northfieldyouthbaseball.com for more registration information.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena here. We are in between periods 1 and 2 as the Raiders leading this one. Crazy enough, 7-1 in favor of the Northfield Raiders. And there's just a ton of scoring that was going on in the first period. It was pretty much clean. In the first period, there's no penalties, and the Raiders went up 3-0 there in that first period as they outshot them 15-3. And it was the first one by Jake Geiger, got it on the scoreboard at the 12:24 mark and put the Raiders up 1-0. And then Will Cashin at the 14:24 mark, 2 minutes later, put them up 2-0. And a minute and 10 seconds later, it was Geiger again with his second goal of the evening to put them up 3-0. And that's how the period ended. Second period, things changed all over the place. There was a ton of penalties, and there was a lot of scoring going on. At the 32-second mark, Braden Olson with a shot and a goal puts them up 4-0. And then it was at, looks like the 8:05 mark, it was 5-0. And then it was, we got another one in there. That sixth one came a little bit later on, but at the 6:46 mark, actually Rochester was able to beat Wallach and score their first goal of the night, and then it was 5-1. But then it wasn't very much longer after that, and at the 14:10 mark, again, it was Camden Kaiser who put a shot and goal on net, and it was now 6-1. And then 15:45, Griffin Kennelly scores the 7th goal of the evening to put them up 7-1 in favor of the Northfield Raiders. So, again, second period, a little bit crazier, starting to get heated up a little bit. The Raiders had 2 penalties there, and Rochester had 1 penalty there later in the evening. And, of course, the big update is Barrett Bradley, who was kind of hit in the knee, it looked like, and it was taken down by Andy Teal there at the end of the second period. He did get up in between at the end of the period there and tried to do a little bit of skating to put a little bit of pressure on that knee. So we're just going to have to be interesting to see. Myself personally, if I'm coaching this game and I know that we have a potential to play tomorrow, I'm sitting them, in my opinion.
Yeah. Absolutely. That top line you got to keep intact. Whoever they face tomorrow, Dodge County and La Crescent are tied 2-2 at the end of the second period. But whoever it is, we want our top guys to be in tip-top shape. And that means dressing our top guys. All respect to Rochester Lourdes, but they're not going to go score 6 goals in the third period, especially against our second and third lines are very good as well.
And I think Keaton Wallach has something to say about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, he's been incredible all season, but tonight as well. I'm only letting 1 goal. Keaton Wallach had a great job tonight, and he want to keep him in top shape, but I doubt they will take him out either.
No, I don't anticipate the goalie. I mean, he's been the steady Eddie all year long. I don't think that's going to wear on him too much, but I mean, again, we'll see how this all pans out here in the third period. They're up 7-1. We're really not sure, like I said, if he's going to change up the lines that much. They really, I mean, with the top 3 lines, and they've been rotating that 4th line in there.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you look at the roster, there isn't a lot more people that he could put in there, really. I mean, Paquette could probably throw in there a little bit more. Boardman, he could probably toss in there. Randy could probably toss in there. I don't think we'll see Trey Shimoda coming out of there. Like you said, we're up 7-1. I just don't see that happen. Max Frank is a sophomore, but I just, you know what I mean? It's hard to say that they'll add a bunch. We haven't seen a lot from Gabe Sawyer tonight.
That is true.
So I'm not sure if he dressed or not.
I believe he is sick. Gabe Sawyer.
We got a couple guys out, so whether they'll be healthy. I mean, Sawyer and Merritt are both out for illness, so they could certainly use those 2 guys tomorrow. That's for sure. So I'm not exactly sure what their condition is or where they're at. I don't know if you saw them at school.
So neither Sawyer or Merritt were at school. Merritt's been sick for a couple of days. I texted him earlier, and he did say he's going to try his very best to be playing tomorrow. But he's not quite sure what he has. He's just been under the weather for a couple of days, but he'll do his best to be back and ready tomorrow morning.
Well, I mean that's hopeful, but again, he's got to get his rest too, because if he hasn't been feeling well and he's not feeling up to 100%, that's probably not a good idea to put him in the game either, because you cannot turn the puck over in your own zone, and that it opens up for scoring opportunities. Who that's going to be yet, we're not exactly sure.
Exactly, yeah. Dodge County, La Crescent, they have 1 more period. They're all tied up 2-2. And then on the other side, Faribault and Red Wing are playing. We'll check in on their scores, as well as Albert Lee versus Winona. We'll get that to you hopefully at the start of the third period.
So there it is from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. The Northfield Raiders on top of this one in full control, 7-1 in favor of Northfield. We'll round out the end of this intermission, and when we come back, we'll have the drop of the puck for the third period. You are listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One, KYMN, and streaming live right here on NorthfieldLive.com.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. It's time to get outdoors. Ice fishing, skiing, snowmobiling, but this year, end the foggy glasses and dried out contacts. Give yourself the gift of LASIK. At Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, all laser, all wavefront LASIK, all the time.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bress, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
Locally owned and operated, Professional Pride Realty specializes in residential, commercial, and agricultural property. Search the entire multiple listing service at professionalpriderealty.com or call us at 507-663-1100.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call the professionals at Service Master by Hyatt. Service Master has been an industry leader for more than 20 years and have proven cleaning products to remove even the toughest stains and get the winter weather out of your carpets and floors. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. When you're in need of cleaning, demand the yellow van and call Service Master by Hyatt today.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
This ball is crushed.
All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. For those interested in in-house baseball leagues, register them now at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. Yes, we know there is still snow on the ground, but for kids who are in grades kindergarten to 3rd grade who'd like to participate in in-house, or 4th to 7th graders interested in Community Rec League, you must register before March 15th to get your child's name on the rosters for a jersey and hat. Visit northfieldyouthbaseball.com for more registration information.
February 28th is coming fast. Registration for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball is open for 8, 10, 12, and 14U teams at northfieldfastpitch.org. Spring is just around the corner. Register your daughter and enjoy watching her learn and build confidence on the ball field. Girls born from 2008 to 2015 must sign up by February 28th. Girls Fast Pitch Softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarship assistance is available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information. Register today. Go Raiders!
Little things in life that matter the most, like spending time with my family. Hip pain started to slow me down, and it was time to get help. I did some research and decided on the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics. They listened to my concerns and helped me make an informed decision. 3 months later, I could not be happier. My hip feels great, and I'm back outside. I appreciate the personalized care I got from the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics.
And we're back at the Northfield Ice Arena here on 95.1 KYMN and streaming live on northfieldlive.com. It's a 7-1 contest. We're just about ready to get the third period started here. If the Raiders win tonight, and I say if because you never know. It's not over till it's over. But we will be broadcasting both on KYMN and NorthfieldLive.com. So all of those that are inquiring, yes, we will be there for tomorrow's game. Dodge Center, by the way, currently ahead of La Crescent, 2-0 in the third period.
2-2.
2-2, excuse me, in the third period. New Prague is up 1-0 in the third period. Albert Lee is up 2-1, over Winona in the third period. So while we wait, we want to congratulate Owen Murphy along with Keith Harner and Ryan Kuiper for qualifying for the State High School Wrestling Tournament. They will be advancing to the individual State High School Tournament. Of course, Murphy at the 182, Harner at 126, and Kuiper at the 195 weight. So congratulations to those three young men as they advance to the State High School Tournament. We are just seconds away from the third period. And it is Olsen who tries to control the puck. Into the zone it goes. Centering pass out front. Olsen can't get his stick on it. They'll send it back to the top. They'll dump it right back into the far corner as we're underway here in the third period. Raiders on top, 3-0. Raiders will try to dig for it. There's a shot out in front, and that one goes far to the left of Cleveland, and it'll come into the near boards as Rochester will try to clear it out of there. Leslie, he'll force it forward, and they'll do a quick line change right away as the Raiders will come out of it, and it is Fossum. He'll take it in behind the net. He'll skate it up and through. There's a nice pass to Munson, and he pushes it into the zone. Sends it all the way into the corner as he skates hard into that corner before Rochester tries to get it. Cashin dumps it right back in behind the boards. Munson falls down into the corner, but the puck comes right out in front, and we're going to have a stoppage of play here right away. Looks like we're going to get some sort of a call. Looks like it could be cross-checking there, and it will have a penalty right here, and it is running time, so it will send. It looks like Munson is going to get a cross-checking there. I was going to say at the 50 seconds. I can't remember.
It was about 50 seconds, 1 minute. Caden Munson cross-checking. So Lourdes back on the power play. Down 6 goals. Face-off to the left of Wallach. Lourdes control the face-off. It was centering pass, but broken up and controlled by Kaiser. Kaiser passes it up to Geiger, who will flick it down into the Lourdes defensive zone.
Kaiser comes out of nowhere and skates right in behind. The goalie wasn't even paying attention, as he'll pick that puck up and they'll bring it all the way back. So he's just going to skate around, burn a little bit of time off, and now it will be Rochester who will try to control the puck in their own zone, try to clear it out. Herons tries to push it all the way up, and that one is dumped right back in through neutral ice. Kaiser skates it right back in Rochester zone. Geiger, look out. That man's got 3 goals on the night. Rochester will turn it around and go the other direction. That's going to be Ritter as he fires it all the way in. As Frank gets all over him in that corner. Centering pass right out front. There's a shot on goal. Wallach breaks that one up, sends it to the near boards. Raiders will pick it up, and Cam will take it down and in. He's going to take it himself. Backhand, and it just comes off his stick. You can see he was going to go from the backhand to the forehand, and it just left his stick for a brief second, unable to capitalize on a shorthanded goal there. It'll be the Raiders. Still excellent penalty kill here with 48 seconds to go in the penalty kill. Rochester hasn't even remotely gotten the puck in the Northfield zone to even get an attempt at a shot on goal. So we're winding it down, 30 seconds. Excellent power kill right here. Penalty kill by the Raiders as Frank will take it into his own zone. He'll just fire it all the way down to the other end. Tries to get a hand out of his Barry, but guess what? Raiders came away with it. Here's another shot for an opportunity for a shorthand, but Winter gets tripped up in the middle. They'll turn around. They'll go back to the other end. 15 seconds to go in the power play for Rochester. They dump it all the way back in around the boards to the near corner. That one will be cleared out as Brackey will send it in to the other zone. 5 seconds remaining. We'll be 5-on-5 here in just a matter of 2 seconds. Rochester tries to push it up in through neutral ice. Riley sends it back in to the Rochester zone, and there's a turnover in between Cash and 1-on-2. Spinning pass there. Oh no, it's a breakup right there. Excellent save by Clevens. That was unbelievable. The Raiders literally, that was Paquette, who hasn't been playing all night, so he's getting a little action here tonight. He's got it out in front of him again, and it was an opportunity. It was a 2-on-1 or 2-on-0 break there, and that puck will come all the way into the near boards. So the Raiders came sneaking in, and I don't know what Rochester was thinking, but they just dropped the puck at the blue line and all headed to the bench for a line change. Crazy happening here to start the third period. Cashin will go down that left side. Canelli gets tripped up in the near boards. Puck comes right out in front, and there was another opportunity for him out in front. Vogt will take it from the top. He'll fire that one. That one broken off the shin pans. A teal there as that one goes sailing all the way to the other side of the ice and in behind. Referees in the way there as the Raiders will get the puck and come away with it. From this point, there's a shot. Stick save there. Clevens pushes it all the way to the far boards. Rochester with control, tries to push it up and through, and that one's off the stick at the end. Vogt will turn around, pass it. Kaiser breaking down the right side. Look out, here he comes again. Wrister, quick one. That one's broken up by the goalie. Sent all the way back out to neutral ice. Frank will pick it up, skate back into their own zone. Forward pass into Kaiser. He runs into his own guy, Olsen. Pass forward to Lourdes. Shot on goal. That one misses way to the left as it goes to the right past Wallach. It'll come in behind the net. Tries to get a pass from that left circle. That one's banged off the glass. That one's right out in front. They're trying to get it out there, and that one might have even been a quick whistle.
Yeah, that was a very quick whistle. I mean, the puck was still out in front. To blow the whistle anyway, clock still runs. We're going back to that breakaway by Paquette and Cashin. It was a 2-on-0, just those two and the goalie Cleveland. Cashin went to the pass to Paquette, who has not had a goal all year. So I know Paquette is looking to get one in the back of the net. And hopefully he has a chance as Coach Lecky will keep him in late in this game. Here's Paquette, 2-on-1.
And he loses it in the neutral zone. Geiger will take it, force it forward, and they will pick it up. Jack Rowe will take it in behind, and we're going to have another penalty on the play right here. And it looks like they're going to send number 44, Joe Jones. That's his second penalty of the night, so he's got that going for him.
Yeah, Joe Jones, second penalty of the night. I thought it might be Geiger who kind of put his shoulder in to a player there, but it wasn't. It was Joe Jones. He'll go to the box for 2 minutes as the clock still runs, 10-15 counting left to go. in this matchup here. Raiders up 7-1 here to make a scoreboard, as here's a faceoff to the right of Cleveland. Geiger wins the faceoff. Raiders.
So, of course, with the running time, they finally get the penalty up there, and the clock started to tick right away. So it'll be Fossum from the top. Munson down in the corner. Now it's a centering pass across the top. Kaiser tries to take a shot. That puck was just a little bit over the top of his stick there, as Frank will take the puck in behind, and they will come skating up and through, forwarding past the Kaiser. Hit down the boards, down the near boards. That puck will go all the way down the corner. Centering pass out front. Munson with a shot. That was deflected and broken up by Cleveland. Comes all the way to the top of the circle. Munson skates it all the way around. Dump pass to the top, over to Frank at the point. He'll do a wrister right there into the hands of the goalie, Cleveland, and they will have 10 minutes remaining here in the third period. 1:09 to go in the power play as it goes tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock.
Raiders, as we know, they've got about a 43% power play percentage. They've had about 100 chances and scored on about 43 of those. So incredible percentage there for the Raiders to see if they can convert, as we've got 50 seconds left in this one here.
And they will control the puck in the Rochester zone. They'll dump it all the way in behind. Cashin will push it back, and then he loses it. The puck comes off the skates of Olsen as they will fire it all the way into the Northfield zone. Raiders will get it, pass it all the way across. There's a pass intercepted there by Leslie, and he's trying to give some sort of a spark or an energy here in the third period. There's a centering pass over there, and there's a nice wraparound. That's Mr. Winter, and that is at the 8-minute mark exactly.
Andrew Winter, incredible wraparound. That's some skill right there by the junior. Moving to the left of Cleaver, fakes right, goes left, puts it into the goal. His first goal of the game puts the Raiders up 8-1. After this winter storm, Andrew Winter bringing his own storm here in Northfield Ice Arena, putting the Raiders up 8-1, 8:30 and counting left to go in this one.
Face off in the neutral ice, and the Raiders will come away with it. They'll control it. Pontow will take it now down the left-hand side. There's a centering pass out front again, and there was an opportunity for Kennelly again out front, but that one goes off his stick and into the far corner as that clock continues to tick. He'll come away with it. There should have been a play right there. That could have been high sticking or could have been slashing or something, but there's no penalty call on that one as we're at full strength here. Brackey will push it back into the Rochester zone before they'll control the puck, and they'll break it down the left side is Barclay. As he tries to push it into the Northfield zone, they'll turn right around. Vogt will just pop it right back out into neutral ice. Barclay tries to push it forward himself there to Teal. Teal finally gets control of it on his stick. He'll take a shot, but it's off the skate of Vogt. Teal will take it and skate all the way back in, but it's picked up again by Vogt. He'll break that play up. Kaiser, he's got to break down the right side. He doesn't seem to be getting tired. There's a centering pass out in front of the... Oh, wow, another missed opportunity, but a great assist opportunity by Kaiser. Not afraid to cough up the puck. Raiders will take control of it. Kaiser give it a shot right there to Teal. Teal didn't like it, but it is hockey after all. Puck goes down into the near corner as they try to control it. Boy, there is no animosity lost here. There's another opportunity for Munson right out front. We're going to have a delayed call, and it will be Wallach clearing out of the bench, but they will call the penalty again. So penalty will come again against, it looks like right about the 7-minute mark there. So 10 minutes in, we got another penalty, looks like, against, and that might have been at the end of that play there. And I'm not exactly, yeah, well, it was number 17 is going to go in. That's going to be Brody Scheim, and he's going to go in there into the penalty box. They're at that 9-minute mark.
Clock keeps running here, so all this kind of off time is, time goes into the box, the line changes, refs discuss. All this time keeps running. Brody Scheim for 2 minutes. Was a face-off to the right of Cleaver. Raiders control, kick it out. This is Riley top of the blue line. Now over to Bridger Riley. Moving in the circle now. Munson wraparound as the net comes loose and the goal is waved off.
6:04 to go here, third period. little bit of emotion going on here in the third period as, again, yes, Brody Scheim goes to the penalty, and an opportunity for Munson. Nice little sneak around the corner. I don't even know how he got around like that, so I don't know if the goalie kind of just realized he's getting beat and he just let it go, but either way, the net comes off. That goal will not be called. It'll come out to the top of the left circle, and now they were going to go and they're going to call something else again right here. Another penalty as Wallach goes racing to the goal. But we're going to have another one in, and now it looks like Joe Jones is heading on in to the penalty box. So getting a little sketchy out here.
Oh, Munson goes to the box as well, so it'll be a double penalty. Joe Jones and Caden Munson. Clock will keep running, 5:10 and counting. As really the refs will discuss. Actually, they will stop the clock as the refs discuss this one here. And Jones didn't look very happy with that when he kind of threw an elbow as he headed to the box there. We'll stop the clock. 49 seconds left.
Holding it up, huh? Okay.
Yeah, and refs discuss.
So it would have been at the 11:30 mark for the penalty.
Oh, 5-minute major on Munson here.
Oh, wow.
Not quite sure what that's for, but
I think he gave him a little poke check to what he was done. He kind of clocked him there a little bit at the end. So we got 17 and 44 in there. Now we'll start the clock again. So Munson, 5-minute major for probably roughing right there.
Minor penalty on Jones and a major penalty on Munson.
So the puck will come loose, and it will be 4-on-3 for the next 28 seconds anyhow, as the clock continues to tick down. 4:45 remaining here in your third period from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Raiders on top of this one, 8-1, and it'll just skate it all the way down. A centering pass right out front, broken up. Now it's picked up again by Kennelly, and he tries to jam it up and through. There's a little pushing and shoving. There's a little bit more going on here, and the ref is going to finally jump up here a little bit. So Vinny Herons trying to put a little cross-check stick on Kennelly there in after the stoppage of play, even though the clock continues to run.
We got another double penalty. Or actually, no. Kennelly is not on the penalty, but they thought maybe send another guy in.
So is that Finley Chase that's in it? Nope. Nope. He's loose. So this is. Oh, they had to wait till they could come out. So that it'll be back. It looks like 4-on-4 for the Raiders. Like I say, 3:46 remaining in the major against Munson. 42 seconds remaining against number 44, which is Jones, in the box for Rochester as we continue to clock away. Fossum will take it in the neutral zone. He'll send it over to the near boards to Frank. He'll bang it off and send it into the zone. Cashin tries to control it. Frank will pick it back up, skate backwards. All the way back he comes. And they're just going to wear this thing down. They're leading 8-1 with 3:28 to go. Cashin will come in from the right side, and he'll skate right through the crease, but the puck comes off his stick, goes in behind the net, and now it'll be Paquette will go into the bench. They'll come back out and get some fresh legs. There's a shot. That one goes firing all the way over the top to the top of the glass. Vogt grabs it at the top of the circle. He's just going to dump it right back in. And then the Raiders will try to control the puck in the Rochester zone as we've got it's shorthanded now for 2:44. So just about the remainder of the third period, the Raiders will be shorthanded here. Pontau heads to the bench. Rochester will take it in their own zone. They will pick it up. In behind the net they go. They'll bring it up, forwarding pass up there. They'll try to force it into the zone, but he can't do anything with that. There's a lifter, one that goes right into the glove of Cleveland. He'll drop the puck and send it in behind the net. So they are in the power play. Like you said earlier, it's 11% success rate for Rochester on their power play, so not overly effective. The Raiders, on the other hand, with about an 85% penalty kill. So they are definitely not accustomed to letting points in. So this puck will come through the neutral ice as Rochester will skate it into Northfield zone. Northfield not even giving up so much as a shot opportunity thus far here in that power play. They're going to send that one back the other direction. So we've got a minute 52 to go in the game, a minute and 40 to go in the power play penalty for Rochester. He makes a mistake right out in front, and Kennelly with an opportunity as he fires it in behind the net before Rochester picks it back up but he's taken off his stick there. Kennelly is just furious. This kid is just not giving up here, an 8-1 lead, and he is just terrorizing them in their own end. And there he goes skating to the other side. He'll pick it up and push it forward for the Raiders. Pontow shot, deflected off to the far right. Rochester trying to clear their zone, do something. Like I said, they're in the power play, but they have yet to put a shot on goal here in the power play as they continue, and they'll fire that one in across the end line, and that'll be an icing against Rochester as they bring it all the way back. And since, again, we don't have any stoppage of play, they're just going to continue to let this go, and they are letting them change out everyone. So there is going to be a excessive amount of time here before the face-off. They're just letting that clock just go. They're drifting. Maybe, they're just trying to keep somebody from getting hurt here, because it did get a little bit sketchy there here in the last final minutes of the third period. 36 seconds to go, third period. Raiders on top 8-1. They cough one up in their own zone. There's a centering pass right there. Goes right through the crease, and it'll go all the way to the far boards. Raiders will try to clear it through the neutral zone. Pontow sends it up into the Rochester zone. They'll pick it up and they'll regroup. They're going to play to the end. They got to do it. Puck comes up to just in between the skates of Quimby. Can't control it as the puck gets cleared by Northfield into the neutral ice before they dump it right back in. And we got 9 seconds to go. Full strength for the Raiders. Munson will just pick it up. He'll just dump it in his own zone. Stick a fork in us, boys and girls. I think we're done here. That is the end of the third period, and the Northfield Raiders will advance in the 1A section semifinals tomorrow morning at 11:30. You're going to hear it right here. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Raider Hockey, KYM at 95.1 The One and AM 1080, streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Hometown Credit Union is proud to call Northfield and Dundas home. We offer a variety of loan options, checking, savings, and credit card accounts with a focus on financial wellness and member advocacy. You belong at Hometown Credit Union. Learn more at hometowncu.coop.
February 28th is coming fast. Registration for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball is open for 8, 10, 12, and 14U teams at northfieldfastpitch.org. Spring is just around the corner. Register your daughter and enjoy watching her learn and build confidence on the ball field. Girls born from 2008 to 2015 must sign up by February 28th. Girls Fast Pitch Softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarship assistance is available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information. Register today. Go Raiders!
This ball is crushed.
All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. And for those interested in travel baseball leagues, register them now at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. Yes, we know there's still snow on the ground, but for kids ages 10 to 15 years old and interested in travel baseball, you must register before March 12th to get your child's name on the list for tryouts. Visit northfieldyouthbaseball.com and click on the travel registration link before March 12th for Northfield Youth Travel Baseball.
Little things in life that matter the most, like spending time with my family. Hip pain started to slow me down, and it was time to get help. I did some research and decided on the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics. They listened to my concerns and helped me make an informed decision. 3 months later, I could not be happier. My hip feels great, and I'm back outside. I appreciate the personalized care I got from the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
This ball is crushed.
All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. For those interested in in-house baseball leagues, register them now at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. Yes, we know there is still snow on the ground, but for kids who are in grades kindergarten to 3rd grade who'd like to participate in in-house, or 4th to 7th graders interested in Community Rec League, you must register before March 15th to get your child's name on the rosters for a jersey and hat. Visit northfieldyouthbaseball.com for more registration information.
Welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena, and it is the Northfield Raiders victorious 8-1 here from the Northfield Ice Arena. They will advance, and currently going on, as far as we know, it is Dodge Center taking on La Crescent, and it was 3-3 in overtime. So we don't know who we're playing tomorrow, but we do know we're playing at 11:30 in Rochester. If you're wondering if you're going to see it, of course you're going to see it. Why wouldn't you? We've got nothing better to do on a Saturday.
Exactly.
Except watch section hockey, and that's what we want to watch. And the Northfield Raiders, of course, advanced this one fairly easily, 8-1. The last time these two guys met, it was 8-0. They got the shutout. But this one tonight, it was 8-1, with the only score for Rochester coming at the 6:46 mark in the second period. And that was the only opportunity that they had. The Raiders outshot them 44-9. So there wasn't a lot of shots on goal anyhow. And even when they were in the power play, when the Eagles were in the power play, they really couldn't put a lot of shots on goal at all. So it looks like Dodge County
wins in overtime.
4-3. So we will be playing Dodge County tomorrow at 11:30 from Rochester. If you can't make it to the game, you can listen to us right here live on KYMN 95.1 and AM 1080. And then, of course, we can stream it live right here on northfieldlive.com. So join us for that tomorrow. So, again, Raiders 44-9. Got a little bit scrappy there at the end. Munson went into the penalty box. There was a little bit of a tie-up there. They sent a couple of guys back to the box there. Both teams were going there. It looked like it was Joe Jones who got into it a little bit with the Camden guy Monson there, and he kind of retaliated a little bit, and that cost him a 5-minute major that they sent him to the box for. So basically for the last 3.5 minutes, Rochester had the power play, but they never even put a shot on goal.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that it, as you said, certainly got a lot scrappy, a lot of penalties in that final period. A little bit of scoring, but we saw some of those. So that third and fourth line get a lot more action. Griffin Kennelly was really ferocious out there. Some of the other guys are kind of holding back. They kind of. Throwing up the white flag is another going to advance and play tomorrow. But nice to see some of those guys. A lot of that top line got rested in that third period. But the scoring didn't hold up. I mean, 8-1 final score, very similar to the previous game against Lourdes, where they won 8-0. But great showing here tonight, and we'll look forward to tomorrow morning.
Absolutely. And so, of course, Jake Geiger led the scoring with another hat trick this evening. So he scores 3 goals here. Cashes in on a goal earlier in the first period. And then, of course, we've got just a minute in on the second period, Braden Olson with a nice shot and a goal there, along with Griffin Kennelly getting a goal here this evening in the second period. And it was Andrew Winter with a nice little wraparound there to capitalize all the scoring for the Northfield Raiders in the third period. So again, Raiders outshoot them 44-9 and take the victory 8-1 here from the Northfield Ice Arena. So again, tomorrow morning, 11:30, check us out about 11:10 tomorrow morning. We'll be down there in Rochester to bring you all the quarterfinal scores. So this contest tomorrow. So again, it is Dodge County wins in overtime 4-3. So we'll be talking to them tomorrow. New Prague was on top of Faribault 2-0 into the third period, and it was Albert Lee, I believe, it was ahead at one time 2-1, and we're still waiting, I think, for a definite who's playing who there. But one of those two are going to play each other. It's probably going to be Albert Lee and New Prague. We'll be taking them on, and then we'll see where we go from there. So coming up again tomorrow, boys hockey from the section semifinals in Rochester. That'll be right here. Tuesday, we got boys basketball versus Faribault. Wednesday is girls basketball, first round of section tournament play. You can get all the scheduling right here on northfieldlive.com. You see that? It's right there. You can see that right there. So don't forget to tune in and check out all the schedules that we have. So again, for Johan Schroer and Lance Reister and the rest of the gang over there running the cameras, it's been a pleasure. And the Raiders win this one from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. 8-1 is your final score. And we will see you tomorrow morning. You are listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 KYMN and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com. Have a good night.
Live doesn't just provide game coverage. We provide opportunities for Northfield youth to showcase, learn, and experience many aspects of media. Practice their communication skills by providing play-by-play and color announcing, getting interviews with fellow students or coaches, or writing stories. They can showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media, running cameras for events, or producing a game like the one you're watching now. We also utilize the talents of adults to help mentor and provide a quality experience for the students. If you or someone you know might be interested in growing our coverage, you're welcome to call, text, or email us from the Northfield Live page at any time.